Texans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll set up to throw.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They go play action here on first down.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one is 62 yards in the air.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert dancing to his left. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, When they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, you're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Paris Campbell,
44 yards.
and the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Texans at 500 at 6-6. Well, they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Herbert. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 61 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Left side, he finds Pierce. Down inside the 10.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Montez Sweat with the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Pierce has it knocked loose.
And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That's complete to Pierce. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They're going to look to throw.
Delivers another one to Pierce. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do. That's a big swing of momentum right there.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll look to throw here.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. And that's incomplete.
Pierce the intended target there.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
31, Texans 28.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You get out the football back for your offense.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says,
He's got him in, complete. A huge play there for Houston. 71 yards.
Herbert to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. End zone coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Throwing, Herbert.
Caught on the slant, and he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Texans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.